So we've done all the anonymization that we need to do to the audio. How do we then get that audio back into Shotcut? Well, what we need to do is we need to, first of all, you can't just save it because Audacity, much like Shotcut, if you save, it's only saving it as a project file. It's not actually saving it as a file that you can then use. So what you need to do is go to Export, and you can, I think if you export as MP3, I think you need to download a separate codec to export as MP3, at least the last time I tried it. So I've just been exporting as WAV. WAV works perfectly fine for me. So export as WAV, and I will export to the desktop again, and this time, the other name is still there, so I can just take off the because it is now anonymized. And I'll click Save. No, we don't need to add any of that information. And it's exporting, and yep, so we now have our anonymized tutorial audio. So we're back in Shotcut, and what we need to do in Shotcut is we need to add a separate audio track. So if I just add audio track at the bottom there, so I should explain that in a bit more detail. I right-clicked underneath the V1, the green box here, right-click and add audio track. And actually, I might just drag this up this timeline because this video is taking up a lot of the screen. So I will, drag it up here just to give us a bit more room to play around with. And then what I need to do is I need to bring the audio into Shotcut in exactly the same way as I did with the video. So here's the anonymized audio. I'll drag this in.
These questions really.
Yeah, there it is, and it's just a white screen obviously because there's no video. And then as I did with the video, I need to drag it down, and I'll get it aligned exactly at the start. And again, because this was extracted from the video, it should be perfectly synchronized. And it's done the skip to the end again, so I will go back to the start, and yeah, that looks pretty perfectly synchronized to me. And you can see the points where the bleeps are, and yeah, that looks fine. But there's one other thing, because if I were to play this,
these questions really discover.
Yeah, it's playing both of the audio tracks at the same time and making me sound possessed. So that just means that we have to silence the original audio track. And there are two ways of doing this. The first one is to just click on this, mute. Very, very simple. The other way of doing it is to go to Filters, and you click on the plus sign here, and you go across to Audio, and you can find mute, and you can apply the mute filter. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about filters in the next video, but two ways of doing it. I would say just go with the little mute button there because it's a lot simpler. Okay, so our audio is now completely anonymized, and join me in the next video where I'll be talking about how to anonymize the image. Bye bye for now.